I will show you the process of how you can take your entity and elect it to be treated as an S-Corp with the IRS. And I'll show you the regular filing, meaning the timely filing within the 2 months, 15 days, or filing late when we're going back years in the past and filing late, what that process looks like. So all you need is Form 2553. And how do you find it? You can go to the IRS website, put it in there, or do a simple Google search, and it should be one of the first few results. I also recommend you pull up the instructions for Form 2553. It's not a long read, and it's very, very helpful. But let's go back to the regular Form 2553. On page 1, you will notice the instructions of where to file. It is my preference to always use fax. It is efficient, and we can use the successful fax transmission as our proof that we sent it. Look at your state and then look at the corresponding number. Since I'm in Arizona, this is the number I would use it at. Going through the form itself, it is fairly straightforward. You put your entity name here, EIN number, and address, city, state, etc. Now the date incorporated, if you don't know your date incorporated, go into your Secretary of State website, type in your entity, and it should be on that page 1. It should have the incorporation date listed on page 1 with the Secretary of State. So put that date and put the state. Now, here's the important part. Tax year beginning, Monday year. So you have 2 months, 15 days for a timely filing from when you're going to file the election. Meaning you have until March 15th if you're going to be on 01/01/2024. Now it is February 2024 now, so we're making a timely election. So I will just put 1/1/24 for our purposes. I will later show you how to go back up to 3 years and 75 days and do that process. Section F, you're just going to select if your calendar year, which most entities are, or if you have a fiscal year, just whatever your circumstance is, make sure you check the right box. Name and title of officer or legal representative. If you're using name and title, make sure your title matches whatever your title is, whether it's a manager member for LLCs or president, whatever officers for a corp, and your phone number. This section, let's leave it blank until I show you how to file late as, and put your title, date, and sign. So that's page 1. Let's go page 2. On the top, make sure you put your entity, comma, LLC, comma, Inc., Corp, whatever. Make it exact and use the EIN number. Now here, how many shareholders do you have? If you just have a one shareholder, put your name and address, signature, date, and numbers of shares or percentage ownership. So if you're 100, make sure you press 100. If you're 50, put 50 and put the other shareholders that are in there. Follow the same process. Date acquired. Date acquired could be several things. It could be when you filed articles of organization or incorporation, whatever it is, and that's how you acquired them. Or if you bought your shares in and then they filed an amendment, whatever that date is, enter that date. With your social and your tax year ends. Most are on a 12/31. If you're something else, or whatever is applicable to you. So that's it for regular. The first 2 pages apply to most entities. Third one you don't need for regular filing. So that is it. I always recommend using a fax cover sheet when you're sending it to the IRS. Make it as easy as possible and as detailed as possible for the IRS not to make a mistake, so you can get that S-Corp in. I am sure you can just randomly file a 2553 without any instructions on the cover page, but it's my preference to be detailed, and for that reason, I use it. So let's go back here. That's a regular timely filing. So let's say you missed it. Let's say it's June, or you want to go back, let's say to 2022. So how can you go back years in the past and elect a late as filing up to 3 years, 75 days? Well, you can do it. And it is a special procedure. It is called Revenue Procedure 2013-30. Now, I would recommend you pause the video right now and you make a copy of this letter, as you will need to attach it to the 2553. So once you've done that, here's the process. What I usually do, I grab this and I copy the instructions filed pursuant to Revenue Procedure 2013-30. Copy it, go back to the actual form and paste it. I also would recommend indicating this on the cover sheet when you're submitting it. So make sure you indicate you're filing pursuant to Revenue Procedure 2013-30. Go back to the letter. What is this letter? What is this statement? Well, you're going to put your name of the entity. You're going to put your address, EIN number. Then you will put whatever you title, manager, members, president. If it's more than one, make it plural, make it aesthetically pleasing and exact. Also, make sure your dates here match whatever you're submitting on the 2553. And then you're going to make 3 statements if you want the late S to go through. 3 statements you have to make. Statement 1 is that you've reported all the income for whatever years you're electing consistent with the S-Corp status. Number 2, that you sought professional tax and accounting advice after the election and you're informed of the election filing requirements. You should have some understanding as to what you're doing. What is an S-Corp? What are the benefits? Why you're doing it? And especially, what are the requirements once you have the S-Corp? It is a lot more involved if you've been disregarded or just filing your Schedule C. And number 3, and this is standard for any letter with the IRS. The way we end any and all correspondence with the IRS, you're always signing under penalties of perjury. And you're stating that all statements are accurate and complete. Standard procedure for any correspondence with the IRS. So that is number 3. And then you're going to sign this, go back here and attach it. When you attach it, you will send it to the fax, and several months later, you will receive something in the mail saying, hey, we have accepted it, or hopefully that's what you receive, accepting. That's what we want. Now, if I was going to do this on behalf of somebody, I charge anywhere between $495 to $695, and I'll never do it on a one-off basis. It's only for existing clients. And if all you're looking to do is elect an S-Corp or a late S, you don't need to pay anyone just for that. Obviously, get educated on what S-Corp is, what are the benefits, the requirements, etc. But if you're looking for a late S or an S, just follow this process and save yourself some money.